Arrow Season 7 back out again. Let's do it. What's up guys, Brett back again with another weekly review of Arrow Season 7. And tonight we're reviewing episode 5, The Demon. Alright, so I liked this episode way better than last week's episode. I feel like this is an improvement on last week's episode, a little bit more interesting and has some better stakes at hand and stuff like that. But yeah, so now my apologies also apparently, like, because I messed up on the last episode review. Apparently, I talked about how, like, Oliver can't be broken and stuff, like when the doctor kept trying to mess with him, stuff with his mind crap. Apparently he did break him a little bit, like messed around with him, saying how getting him to be, his name's not Oliver Queen, it's actually inmate 4587, so it's kind of wrong on that, so he did kind of get in his head, but whatever. So now Oliver's now taking down to phase 2 of this plan this doctor's having for him, which is taking down to the prison wing for level 2, where all the other prisoners are at. And basically while he's there, he finds out there's some pretty messed up things here. Like, first of all, you don't get like phone calls or legit and stuff, or visiting hours or whatever down here. And the prisoner one of the prisoners who attacked him back in the first episode, was hired by Diaz to attack him back in the first episode. He tries to get information out of this guy, but then he gets in trouble, where he kind of like spazzes out on Oliver and pushes him down, and because of that he gets punished, which is taken to this back room and stuff, which we later find out that apparently in there is when basically the guy comes out in a body bag, dead and stuff, so Oliver's not sure what the hell this is about exactly. So basically, if you're in this area of the prison, if you're in this level 2 part of the prison, if you have a relapse, if you have a relapse and stuff, you'll get sent to this room and killed. But you'll find out what exactly happens in that room later on. In this episode, we finally find out who the demon is. We've known now so far that the demon is this person who works for Diaz. Diaz gives this person information, or gives the demon an order, and gives the order to Brick to do something in the prison, which of course was to hire the guys at the beginning of the season, and to attack Oliver in the shower and let them know that Diaz killed Felicity and his son, and yada yada. And we find out that this mysterious demon person is actually someone we know. It's none other than Talia al Ghul. Did not see that shit coming. Well, we saw Talia, of course, at the end of season 5, where she was on Leanne Yu of everyone else, and of course she was helping out Adrian Chase, aka Prometheus, before, and like they did defeat her, but it was never really clear if she died or not on the island. We never really knew what happened to her afterwards. We finally learned what happened to her. She barely escaped the island, but with the help of Ricardo Diaz, she actually gave her this like special drug that helped her survive and stuff. Which we saw in a prior episode. Diaz actually used a drug on him. Diaz uses drug on him to give him like some kind of like super strength and stuff. So maybe it's probably the same drug, but who knows? Well, of course, how did she get here exactly? And well, Oliver asks her how she wound up in prison, and she tells him how. And basically, and what she tells him is both a cool Easter egg and reference, but also it's cool stuff for later down the line in the show. So basically, she reveals that she ran into an old foe in Gotham City. Old foe can only mean Batman, really. Like, we know Bruce Wayne exists in this universe, but like Oliver name dropped him last season, and so we have to assume like she's talking about Batman. It could be anyone else. Like, it could be Batwoman too, but it's more like Batman, honestly. And so that's a really cool reference. That was kind of pretty cool. Plus, like I said, and speaking of Batwoman, it's a nice little step for the later on down the road, the Elseworlds crossover between Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl, which is coming around December, beginning of December, which that's cool stuff because like they will be interesting Batwoman. They will be going to Gotham City in that crossover, so that's a nice little setup and like tease that for what's to come. So that's pretty cool. Basically, the Oliver and Talia part of the episode. Basically, Talia needs Oliver's help to get out of the prison that she does not want to be here anymore. And Oliver does not want to help her at all because after the shit she put his family through, when she makes the point that you put my family through a lot of shit, you killed my father without considering the consequences that may have had for me and stuff like that. And so there's that. Later on, Oliver does decide to help Talia escape himself, and he also does apologize for what he did to her family, not considering the consequences might not have on her. Like, of course, he killed her father, so he apologized for that. And he agrees to help her escape, but on one condition also, that she helps him with something he needs to get done, which is find evidence in that back room to expose this level 2 facility, because this also ties into the Felicity side of the episode. So on the Felicity side of the episode, Felicity and Laurel, they take a break from tracking the silencer who they let escape so they could track her from the previous episode. They take a break from tracking her because she goes to the prison to visit Oliver once again, but then she learns that Oliver's visiting hours have been revoked, which she's confused by. But then Oliver's friend Stanley in the prison, and who was at the visiting hours station, and managed to quickly talk to her and tells her that he can take down to level 2 and it's really not a good place there. And she tells him about how like he's had to do some pretty bad stuff just to like kind of survive in this prison and crap like that. So Felicity, Laurel, and Dinah, they enlist Dinah's help too. They work together now to figure out what this level 2 thing is, because like Felicity actually learns that there's no record of this level 2. This level 2 does not exist in the prison anywhere, so they need to figure out what this level 2 thing is. And they do some researching in some old police documents and then find out about this guy, about the psychiatrist who's in IMDb right now, this Dr. Jared Parker, which they find out from some files that he's a pretty shady guy and a pretty bad dude. And they found that he says he can help people, like fix people of like the bad in them. And they found out about this old case he did where he had to help this guy who had this kind of like anger or temperament issues in him. But fixing him means kind of almost lobotomizing him a little bit. But they basically kind of like fix him, but like his brain's kind of messed up and like to the point where he forgets who he entirely is. So basically, this guy is fixing people by completely screwing up their entire brain. So that's not good. And then they're now scared of what we're going to have Oliver in the prison, so they have to try and work fast to try and make sure they save Oliver, but they don't really know where Oliver is because this level 2 thing is not on any records at all, so they have no idea how to save Oliver right now. Talia basically tells Oliver the same thing that when he goes to that back room, some bad stuff happened. And like, death is actually kind of a mercy punishment for the other punishment, which of course is like your brain gets completely messed up. She says that's worse than death. So like, if you die, that's actually a bit of a better punishment than the brain punishment. And some people don't survive the treatments and back there with the brain stuff, so yeah. So Oliver and Talia form a plan to get inside there, and they manage to take out Dr. Jared Parker and put on a flash drive all the information and secrets and files they had on a laptop in that back room. And then Talia and Oliver proceed to leave level 2 and want to escape. And we actually partake in a really cool fight sequence in the hallway between Oliver, Talia, and the security guard, which is a really cool fight scene. It's really well done. Talia shows Oliver the way to escape the prison through this secret tunnel inside the morgue area, and they're about ready to escape, but then Oliver tells Talia that he's not coming with her because if he escapes, then he's a fugitive and he can't live with his family. And so he gives her the flash drive that has all the information about Jared Parker, what he was doing down here, and asks her to give that to Felicity, and she says she will, and she also tells him how she'll make sure to tell Felicity that her husband is as stubborn as ever. Alright, so that's a nice little passing joke there. But she still kept good in her word. She had delivered the flash drive, and now level 2's been shut down, Jared Parker has been fired and went to prison, and also now and now Oliver's been shipped back to level 1 on the prison. There's also this cool moment that Oliver had inside level 2 where he's talking to Jared Parker about how basically Jared Parker says how Oliver, inmate 4587, you were a failure of an experiment and stuff, and then he tells him how my name is Oliver Queen and stuff. So that's a cool moment because it shows that no matter what, you're never gonna break Oliver like that. So yeah, they're plotting the episode basically with Diggle and Curtis, and it's an artist plot where basically after a previous episode involved Diggle and Curtis going undercover somewhere to find information. While on that mission, they found some information about this dealer guy, who needs some kind of serum thing to make a bomb work. So they send Curtis in as the guy that should be meeting this dude. And basically, it sort of goes south for now. They need a second, where he does hand him one sample of thing, but then it was supposed to be a one-time thing Curtis had to do, an undercover one-time thing for it, and then it turns to this the plans change, and it turns to now I need to do a second meetup and deal when crap, and Curtis is a little bit pissed with Deal about that because he promised him that this was only a one-time thing, but he says, well, plans change in the field. But Curtis basically says how he refused to do this again because he was done being a vigilante. They all went to prison and stuff. At least there's a nice character moment with Diggle and Curtis, how Curtis saying how being a vigilante kind of ruined him a little bit, ruined his marriage and stuff. And he even said how Oliver wasn't able to escape the law for long, and he went to jail and stuff. And so he can't. So once he went to jail, he stopped being a vigilante. But Deal tells him that Mr. Terrific, which is of course a super identity, is not just your alter ego. He's also just you in general. You do all these great things, and you're capable of doing all these awesome stuff. So we give him this motivational speech to get back out there in the field to help them finish this mission. Which he does, get back out there in the field and does help them complete the mission. He then does get one good licking on one good punch on the guy that we can deal with. So that was good. And the end of the episode basically is Laurel and Dinah and Felicity realizing now that with the prison right now in kind of a bit of a disaster. her and stuff. They can use this right now to their advantage to try and help appeal for Oliver's case to get him free. And Felicity and Lorelai do start to kind of grow on each other. Actually, do start to become friends, and so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and Felicity also, when she talked with Stanley, saying she asked Stanley to give Oliver a message that she's close to closing on Diaz and having captured him, and like Stanley relays the message to Oliver when he comes back to level 1, which she asks him. That's good news, right? Which in Oliver, like, it is good news because it's good news that they're closing on Diaz, but like Oliver has this like look on his face, like, and like that Felicity and like might get hurt or something like that. So yeah, the full ending of the episode is that they find out that Ricardo Diaz and the Silencer, like they finally find the Silencer's symbol games that they lost it for a little bit, and they came back finally, and they find her in Moscow now for some reason. And we cut to her and to Silencer in Moscow with Diaz, which Diaz is now interrogating Anatoly, which that was also surprising to see Anatoly come back. I figured we were going to see him at some point maybe in this season, but still, I was not expecting him to just show up in any episode like that. So he's basically interrogating him, and not interrogating him, just like trying to finish up some loose ends, or like old comrades and stuff. Because Anatoly used to work with him, but then he kind of betrayed him at the end of last season. So he's now just tying up some loose ends and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Overall, this is a really solid episode. I really enjoyed this episode. It was really good, really well done episode. I liked it a lot. I think we should call this episode the episode where several people returned. Like, of course, Talia returned and Anatoly returned, and so like it's basically the episode of returning people. So yeah, the Oliver side of the episode that was really good. I like the interaction between Talia and Oliver and how like they're now kind of like buddies again, and possibly or something like that. And also at the end of the episode, we also see Talia kill Jared Parker, which. He's not in jail, but like he just like was packing his stuff up and then putting it in his car, and like I'm not sure if he was going to jail or not. But she kills him last night and stuff, so he's dead now. It was nice seeing Curtis finally get some development this season, or like for his character, because Curtis hasn't really done much this season. He's kind of just like there a little bit a lot of time right now. So like it's nice to finally see him getting some development. So that's good and stuff because Curtis is a good character. And of course, there's the shocking reveals of both Talia and Anatoly are back now. So I thought that was cool to see that. So yeah, overall, I'll give this episode. I'll give it a. I don't know what I would give it. Let's just go and just give me an 8 out of 10 for now. Yeah, 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. So yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10. Really good episode. It's strong. Had some, of course, great reveals, good character development. So yeah, and of course, awesome fight act sequence inside the prison in that hallway. That was pretty good. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Any more Arrow reviews soon to the channel and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll catch you guys all later. Bye.